if I try to teach them just what to say, these phrases that we all know from ISTDP, what do you feel towards him? That's not a feeling, that's a thought. They start acting out. But if I start by teaching the triangles from day
Yes.
one, putting the triangles up so that the students are able to separate the corners on the triangle and link the corner of a triangle to their presenting problems, to their symptoms, they can start to improvise.
Yes. It sounds like you're saying there needs to be understanding of both technique but also theory,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Of the two triangles, triangle of conflict and triangle of persons, because that is really the roots
Yeah.
into this psychodynamic theory.
And if you don't have that, then it's misalliance.
Then it can be huge misalliance.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is going to build, obviously, the conscious therapeutic alliance, which is the foundation for good therapy across the board.
Yeah.
And then it also helps build the unconscious therapeutic alliance.
Yeah. And I think this is quite interesting actually, because when Davin Lou made ISTDP, he he was a trained psychoanalyst, and the
Mm-hmm.
first person he trained was psychoanalysts. So they knew theory and they knew this.
Right.
And one of the first of many contribution that Devonloo did
Yeah.
was more on the technical side, on defense work, like really highlighting the defenses and really creating an internal conflict doing that
Yes.
with technique. So
Right.
he taught technique to highly theoretical, strong students. And
Interesting.
somehow the picture has turned because my students are pretty good technically. They're training in cognitive behavioral therapy and they're
Mm-hmm.
really eager to do everything correctly, but they
Right.
lack this more deep understanding. So I think
Yeah.
it's so, and maybe that's even one of the reasons that at least some research shows that cognitive behavior therapy isn't that effective anymore. Because maybe it's because Beck was even a psychoanalyst.
Mm.
So he had the
Yes.
theory and the understanding of the human and added technique. We can't just teach technique. I think it's important.
Exactly. You're making such a good point. I know that's a huge premise of your book, right? Is really the bridge between both and the
Yeah,
theory and
yeah,
technique,
yeah,
and how we need to be steeped, in theory to be able to understand
yeah,
why we would be doing the interventions that we do,
yeah.
right?
Right.
And that is deeply important.
Yeah. I think that's one of the main goals of my book, to
Hmm.
help the reader and help the ISTDP student understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Exactly. Yes. And this bridge between both theory and technique is so deeply important. And your book, does such a beautiful job about bridging those, and it's a beautiful introduction. So this is a great book for supervisors, right? And core
Yeah.
training leaders, right? To encourage and support their students to read this foundational, because we need both, right? Students need both
Yeah.
to be able to be successful.
Yeah. And I really hope that's where the book is aimed. I hope it's
Mhm.
readable for more experienced
Sure.
therapists, but it's aimed at the new learner. This is written as the first book.
Yes.
Uh, Before you delve into like the more advanced ISTP literature and the more advanced psychodynamic literature, but it's supposed to be a standalone first book.
Yeah.
And I would
And
love to achieve that goal.
I think it is.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I'm glad.